John Rice, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, coming to you with an update specifically about the next 60 to 90 days. So, this is the time of year when we tend to see a lot of people say, hey, if I want to be in a home, a different place in the next, you know, basically looking at July or August, this is the time of year when the majority of West Michigan wakes up and says, I've got to do something now. I either need to get a plan in place or I need to get a sign in the yard, right? They know that they need to take some action. So what are those things? Well, first and foremost, it's going to be different for everybody, but there are some preliminary things. If you're thinking about a mortgage on the next place, now is an excellent time to get approval. A lot of times those are 60 to 90 days. They're going to be good for 60 to 90 days. But before you get to that point, let's talk because there are sometimes some important factors that you need to loop in your accountant, loop in your financial advisor, and collectively together we can work to help make sure that you're the strongest buyer you can be. That's if you're pursuing a mortgage. If you're not pursuing a mortgage, you think you're going to do a cash sale or a cash purchase, then there's a lot to talk about in that arena as well. So when it comes to this time of year, this is an excellent time of year to be planning ahead and making the right moves so that when you're, ready to punch that green light, you're there, you're ready, you're in the driver's seat. When you hit that gas pedal, you're go, go, go. 60 to 90 days out. That puts us basically, we're on the cusp of spring. So that puts us into late spring, early part of summer. And what we want to start to factor in are, the time for you to look. Okay. There's a little bit of a limited inventory out there. So we have to factor in a little bit longer of a time period for you to look, make sure that the right thing's out there. Second, the timing of the finances. That's important. I just touched on that, but that's really key. Before we just go stick a sign in the yard, we've got to make sure that we've got plan in place. It's the proper plan in place, and that we have the right action to get us to the right results. I've talked about it for years. Strategy, action, results. It's our Homestar approach. We start with that for everybody. It's different for everybody as to what those little action points need to be. But we start with that conversation so that when we sit down and we're going through your specific plan and we're tailoring and customizing that plan for you, we know at the end we're going to be successful because we're starting with that end in mind, right? Like Stephen Covey says, start with the end in mind. Okay. The other thing we do is this time of year is an excellent time of year to do our on-site walkthrough. Call us, text us, email us, whatever it is. Have us come out to your property so we can take a look at what's going on out there. What kind of little tweaks do we need to make in order to make it super saleable, highly marketable? And maybe there's a few things you're looking at saying, if I alter this, if I alter that, will it be more appealing to more buyers? Sometimes the answer is yes. Sometimes the answer is no, right? You might as well keep the money in your pocket and let the next person take on that new kind of customization. So that's the opportunity when we come out there and do an on-site visit. We're going to go through with our buyer goggles on, not our beer goggles, our buyer goggles. We're going to go through and we're going to say, all right, what do we need to tweak around here and what's already in tip-top shape so we can get this house ready when you're ready, the house is ready, and everything's all green lights and go, go, go. All right, John Rice, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. I'm excited about 2024. I'm looking forward to learning about what it is that you'd like to achieve with your goals for 2024, and I'm here to help. Reach out, call us, text us, email us, go from there. Talk to you soon. John Rice, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Make it a great day.